Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and delusions. To be high on hopes and delusions.
Yo, welcome to the stream. My name is Mike. Hold on one second. Congratulations on making it to 2026. Let me hit you with the intro.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further
Right, welcome to 2026. My name is Mike Reed. I'm going to be your host for the show. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready for 2026 because this is 2026 is going to be a wild ride, and that is to say the least. It's going to be crazy. We're going to let some people come on in. Let me see who we got so far. I don't think we got anybody just yet. If you guys would like to join, if you want to come up, if you want to ask questions, if you guys want to be involved.
Being active on his YouTube channel, well, welcome back.
Here's how you can come on up, ask your questions, that kind of stuff. Oh, Brother Frank, what's happening? We got Brother Frank on the show, #1 contributor, by the way. Happy New Year to you, brother. I haven't spoken to you yet. Wild times we got coming up for 2026. Just so you guys know, the quite a few of the ice machine manufacturers are switching to R290 actually this year. So if you're actually going to do some installs and things like that, if they're not going to be remotes, you're going to run into R290 with Scotsman. You're going to run into R290 with Hoshizaki. You're going to run into R290 with quite a few. They've been sending out the notices. Yeah, brother. One of the reasons for that is just cost. Damn, I wish I could move this thing. One of the reasons for that is cost. So R290 is a whole lot cheaper than dealing with 404. So they just made a financial decision to jump on over. Let me see what I can find here with that. Let me see, and then everyone has got a price increase. Everyone. Oh yeah, it's right here on the screen. Manitowoc is going with the R290. Oh, come on, man. Give me a little better. Hold on one second. Let me take myself out the shot. So Manitowoc is going with R290. R290 goes all the way up to 5 ounces. And I believe they still have, the ice machine manufacturers still have, they're still grandfathered in when it comes to hospitals. So because R290 is flammable and you're not supposed to have anything flammable in hospitals, I believe they're still grandfathered in with the hospitals and whatnot. Those units, as far as I'm aware of, those units are going to be 404 for the time being. So who knows what these things are going to be, what they're going to go to, even if they're even going to go to like CO2. So we'll have to see. We're definitely gonna have to see what's up with that. Hold on a second. Let's dive into what you guys came for. Hold on, let me let some more of this some more of my stuff go out there. Brother Charles was looking for it too. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can even find my own damn stream. Let's see, hold on. New to commercial. Let's see if we can find it. Factory. Let's see if they canceled any Manitowoc factory classes. So far, they have not. All right, cool. I found myself. Let me share this with Brother Charles. And then I am going to be... Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I could add some of the fun stuff that I found on Instagram. All right, so yeah, it looks like we're still good with the hands-on classes with Manitowoc. Yeah, I could see CO2 in. I think CO2 is going to be one of the options, especially since it's big with Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper. I can really see that. I can really see that happening. And Jake,
How good of you to join us.
Untamed Kango.
How good of you to join us. Here we go.
Hold on, let me see here. Let me stop that. Let me see if I can add. Let me see if I can add this mirroring. Oh, damn. So what you guys got going on for 2026? You guys care to share what some of your, oh, good, I got it. You guys care to share what you guys got going on? Uh-oh, how the hell do I get out of that? All right, I am mirroring. Oh, shit. 1 second, we are almost there because this whole Maduro thing, it's been some crazy stuff. All right, we're good. Oh, come on, man. All right, we are good to go. Plenty more. Oh, Brother Charles, there you go.
How good of you to join us.
And Brother Frank said he's gonna be going fishing this year. I can see that. I could definitely see that happening. All right, let me see. Let me go to my Instagram. If I could find the Instagram. Because I know a lot of you guys don't deal with Instagram. If I could figure out how that, there it is. And let me go to favorites. Oh yeah, Pizza Expo. Pizza Expo is coming up. All right, let me go to favorites. See if I can even find this. Hold on. Saved. All right. I made some new friends online too. Yo, this is a brother Charles. This is Chicago traffic. This is what it looks like. That is not just once a day. That is twice a day. That is 7 days a week on every highway. Every freeway in Chicago. This is what traffic, this is a good representation of what traffic looks like. That looks like that's from the north side heading towards downtown, because that's talking about Irving Park. Yeah, I don't know what day this was, but bro, that's That's just an average day. All right, well, let me see how I can work these things. I don't know if you guys saw this one. I love it. This stream is not going to be able to stay up because I'm gonna get a hit on the. I'm gonna get hit for the music. And Brother Charles was asking me if I seen what's been going on with the news. Yeah, I've been seeing what's going on with the news, IG style. Because this is America, boy. We show was gangster with it.
I gotta carry him.
Yo.
Little Caesars, what you
That is America.
I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking.
Mm.
What's the price of your hot ready going up? Wait, what? Oh, y'all's little buddy didn't tell you? The
Yo.
$5 hot ready is now $10. Oh, okay. I think you're blowing
Fun fact.
portion, buddy. Did you know it?
Damn, how do I pause this? I'll just let it go. Fun fact. The Little Caesars locations were losing money on the hot and ready. The Little Caesars locations were losing money on the price. So they were losing money on those $5 pizzas, and they were losing money on the hot and ready. So everything was at a boiling point to where, yeah, I-80 gets crazy. They were at the boiling point to where they say, hey, look, these numbers just aren't feasible. So now that's why you see Little Caesars pizza is now up to $10.
Spending $15 to still have to eat the pizza hut.
Yeah, and Papa Murphy's is crazy. A lot of Papa Murphy's equipment is ending up at the auction.
Get all this foolishness and just come back home to Papa John's. Oh, really? What can I get for $5? You can get the fuck out of my face, you broke ass.
For the price of Papa Murphy's, I mean, you might as well just go and get some Costco pizza, take it home, and heat it up if that's what you're gonna do.
You can get great deals on car insurance.
Oh, we lost Sprinkles. Sprinkles shut down nationwide. Oh, what the hell? Hold on 1 second.
No.
That's, yeah. Brother Charles ain't got to worry about that. We got the pizza convention is coming up. Oh, what is that? Next couple of months? Let me see.
This is expensive.
Nah, that's old. I have a bunch of stuff. I didn't get a chance to go through everything. So this is some of that pour I was telling you guys about. They're doing all that advertising. Micromatic. So Micromatic is behind, I believe it's behind pour. So this is the one where the customer cuts out the bartender. It's been, so they're doing this with alcoholic beverages, just like they're doing this with Taco Bell, just like they're doing with Burger King, McDonald's. I don't eat Wendy's, so I haven't gone into Wendy's and see what the hell Wendy's is doing. And unfortunately, I don't have there was a YouTube video. They didn't make an Instagram version. But what they're doing now, especially all the McDonald's, Burger King, that kind of stuff, if it's an older demographic, they're just closing down that McDonald's or that Burger King. They're only going with a younger demographic that's going to order food on the kiosk and stuff like that.
Yeah, finally got it. You guys got any experience? You're going to the ground.
No. Okay, we got one of these in Houston. That isn't it.
Get out of here.
What this is Lululemon has has partnered up with a coffee chain, and they're having a coffee house inside of the Lululemon stores, and they're doing them in, like, Houston has one, I believe Dallas has one, New York has them. They're putting them up all over.
we've looked at a few other kitchens on their own.
Cloud kitchens.
Require us to have an incredible
Cloud kitchens. Once everybody's wet dream. I was one of the only people that was raining on everybody's parade. I tried to tell them this wasn't going to be for the masses. This was not going to be the thing. And it fizzled out. Unfortunately, it fizzled out. What we got going on with cloud kitchens is they're on the verge of bankruptcy. So they're overcharging the small guy. So the small guy, the small mom and pop, who this actually was intended for, they can't afford it. They can't afford the rates, the rent, all the fees. But who can afford it is McDonald's and Starbucks, Pizza Hut. And so these cloud kitchens are going, the areas that are surviving are the ones, they've already closed, I believe most, if not all of theirs, but cloud kitchen is surviving just based off of areas where it's a little sketchy, areas where it's expensive. Once again, I went through a whole other video where they're using the cloud kitchens when they have high rent areas. A lot of areas where there's no drive-through, things of that nature. They can't put up a drive-through. They're just gonna go cloud kitchen. It's a quarter of the cost of a traditional sit-down location that can have a drive-through. So that's the route that they're going, especially with Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Pizza Hut, that type of thing. Oh, that was something for me, my bad. That's something for me too. Donald Trump out here, everybody's loving this one, man. Everybody's loving this. Because yeah, Trump is doing his thug thizzle. Is it 2 tankers that Trump took over? Because we know for a fact he took over one. I believe he took over a second tanker. And then he got president of Venezuela. This year, what I decided to do is I've decided to add in quite a few local restaurants on my Instagram. And then I'm actually gonna start advertising to them directly in person, not on Instagram and send them reels and stuff like that, but just in person. If anybody has any questions on roasters, let me know. I get a lot of information about roasters. I just don't do anything with them. Oh yeah, this HVAC Jess, she's done at least 4 or 5 interviews with Commercial Kitchen Chronicles. And I believe she did some with the other guy that's here in Texas with me. He's a little further south than me. So there we go. There's the women in HVACR. HVAC Jess. Once again, everybody's dogging, McDonald's and Burger King, talking about the way they taste. That whole thing. Who the hell is this? I have no idea who these people are. Just trying to say up. Yeah. I bother the hell out of my wife and kid. So I will, I think I sent this to my daughter because she's got to go. She don't have to go to school tomorrow. She goes to school on Wednesday. Fun fact, I'm switching over my credit card processing. So of course now I get a ton of advertisements about processing fees. All right, let me see here. Another thing about Trump. Listening to Chief Keef. Wow. Fun times. Yo, anybody like the deck system? Pause. Anybody like the uh-oh. That's the system where oh wow, it still works without being plugged up. All right, cool. That's the system where you can save space in your vehicle. Uh-oh. I don't know what the hell just happened. Rationale, DJI. A lot of guys are using DJI to go ahead and take a look at the roof, condensers, see if everything is working on the roof or not, that whole thing. Yeah, Warren Buffett. I don't know what the hell that was about. Thermo King. Because I showed you guys videos about Thermo King and their training and whatnot. Yeah, Thermo King has put up advertisements on my stream. More Trump stuff. I love these. I just thought it would be kind of fun to have it for today.
What do the women that beat men look like?
Mm-hmm.
What do the women that
Yes.
How old do you think these guys are?
Oh, I think that's plumbing. You know, I have one. All right, so I just subscribed to a young lady that does she does restaurant cleaning. I guess I'm gonna have to show it to you another time because I'd have to go in and look at all the videos that I liked and all that other fun stuff. I don't know where her stuff is. I don't know what the hell that is. I think this is something. Yeah, they had the spiral mixers. I don't know where that is here. Yeah. Crumble Cookie is having some issues. AI is fun. Someone looked up all of Maduro's everything they put him in, and it came out to like what, 500, 600 bucks, including the shooting glasses and everything else. So this is just some of the people I follow. Quite a few plumbing channels and things like that. See what everybody else is doing. All right, so time to get into it. Oh yeah, I love these.
Oh, no. We just closed, so I don't work till tomorrow morning.
Baba, you don't want to help me make a deal today?
Can I buy a car
Yes, sir.
right now?
Yes, sir.
Make a deal tonight?
Yes, sir.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, you know.
Yes. All right, Sting up, sir. We're gonna how are you looking at?
Very good to see you. Best deal.
Big discount.
Yeah,
I can go.
All right, to the specific amount over here.
lucky guess.
What's the price?
Yeah, 46,000.
Can we do
$10,000
$10,000 off?
off? No, we
No.
9,000?
We are not the only ones having problems with them.
Well, how about 578 off?
Sir, that's fine. That's fine. The sun is coming up.
Yo, let me see if I got the other ones. Hold on, I got it. Ah. You know what? I don't feel like going into it, but I have a whole bunch of those where the guy walks in and the customer starts talking about good deal for you and all that stuff, and the guy just picks his tools up and just leaves. Now, this is some of what you're seeing right now. That's essentially what you're going to see at AHR is stuff like this.
We have major breaking news that is going to hollow out downtown Dallas.
No, good news. Oh, so there's Pizza Expo. Oh, I can't zoom in on it. So Pizza Expo is coming up.
Stole that shit.
We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Fuck me, I stole that shit. Stole.
Yeah, American Deli's trash. No, no, no. All right, so that's it. I don't know why it has my stuff saved out of order, but it does. And this is a good one to end on. Oh man, I'm gonna get hit so bad with this one. Oh, I love this one. All right. Uh-oh. All right, now that's it. That's over with. Back to regularly scheduled programming. There we go. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. I just thought it'd be nice to show a little some of the stuff that I run into on Instagram. Since the vast majority of you guys are not on Instagram, that's crazy to me. That is really crazy to me. All right, so Manitowoc, if you're going to fly up to Wisconsin, these are the classes you got so far, all the way up to March. So January, February, and then March. But you need to contact them first. You just can't show up. If you would like to attend, they have these the monthly. They do a monthly spotlight. Let me give you guys the link. They do a monthly spotlight where they talk about various situations that you come up against, specifically related to Manitowoc equipment, and they'll focus on one or two things that, based on the call volume that they're getting, and you can go back and see all of these going all the way back to 2022. So the different things they talked about: NXT with the water system. Yeah, I hate any system that's water cooled. Troubleshooting on the Neo. Yeah, because Neo is fun. Neo, the Neo over the last 2 years have had some interesting issues. Shall I say? I'll just say it like that. I'll say interesting issues. All right, so let me go back. Let me look at the field seminars. Oh, my wife is on. Let's look at the empty. Let's look at the field seminars. And we'll pull some of this up for you. Yo, what's going on? Yo, brother, what's happening with you? All right, let me stop that and let's share the list. All right. All right, let me make this a little bit bigger. Let's see where we are. Where are we on this damn list? How many people are looking at the Manitowoc list? How many people have actually downloaded the Manitowoc list to see when your training is okay? See when your training is coming to a city near you, or do you guys just only wait on me? Let me see if this will make it a little bit better. Okay, what do we have here? What is today's date? Today is the 5th. So starting tomorrow at URI and Baker. Oh, let's see what we got here. Okay, Hagerstown, Maryland, and Mobile, Alabama. It's tomorrow. And then after that, Harrisburg, White Star Barn. What's up? I used to live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So the 6th and the 7th, that's what we got going on. It's United and Baker is really doing the training. So Hagerstown, Maryland, Mobile, Alabama, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Pensacola, Florida. And then what is Lancaster? Is Lancaster the 7th or the 8th? I'm sorry, we got to go back and forth like this. Yeah, it's the 8th. This setup that they have is really, really bad. It is really bad. So that's what you guys are looking at. Ugh, God, this is such a horrible setup the way they got it. And I'm sorry, it is a fixed, cell, so I can't really do it. Okay, so your stuff is next month for Jersey. All right, hold on, let me go back. But yeah, that's what's going on. This is Manitowoc. So this is Manitowoc. Let's see what else we got coming up. Oh, yeah, we'll just cover for the rest of the month. All this stuff is Manitowoc. And oh, Southern Ice. Corpus Christi, Texas. Lafayette, that's Southern Ice. So that's going to be Louisiana. Cincinnati, Ohio. McAllen, Texas. So this one that's going to be in Harahan, so that's also going to be Southern Ice. Yeah, as you can see, the instructor is the same. Harahan again. Oh, Harahan. It's going to be quite a few people for Harahan. So the 14th and the 15th. Damn. Wow. I can't believe they got that many people over there. Cincinnati, Ohio. Ronkonkoma. What? All right, whatever. In New York. That's not like that's going to be upstate New York. Well, it is 212, so that can't be upstate New York. Marathon, Florida. Yours is coming up. Las Vegas. Bayside, New York. Miami. That reminds me, anybody interested in doing that job in Miami? Anybody interested in, I don't know if it's still there, if it's gone. That's with Power Knot. So that's with the JW Marriott. So Las Vegas, Bronx, Fort Lauderdale. Another one for Vegas. Well, I guess with all the casinos, because this show ain't based off population. And then Houston is coming up. So what is that? That's February? No, January 27th. So Charles, Manitowoc class on the 27th. So it's probably the 27th, the 28th. Yep. And the 29th. 27th to 28th and 29th for Houston. Bulkhead City, Arizona is coming up. San Diego. So here we go. We finally made it on over to California. Jonathan Bailey. So that's the gentleman from the UK. He's doing that class. And the WPD, your regular distributor. So all this WPD, that is all California. So San Diego, 2 in San Diego. I guess all the military bases, the Navy and everything else that's out there. Tucson, Arizona. And then Longview, Texas, Orlando. We should be near the end of the month. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at for this month. So this month, what you got coming up is San Diego, Tucson, Houston, Yuma, Bulkhead City, Las Vegas, Fort Lauderdale, North Bronx, Miami, Bayside, Marathon, Florida. Ronkonkoma. That's what it is. Ronkonkoma. Cincinnati, Harahan, Brownsville, Texas. Cincinnati. Oh yeah. McAllen, Texas. Lafayette, Corpus Christi, Panama City, Pensacola, Harrisburg, Mobile, and then Hagerstown, because I think Yakima is over with. That was all your people over there on the West Coast with thermal supply. Yeah, so that was all last year. Yakima was last year, so this year it's going to be Hagerstown. So starting from Hagerstown, Mobile, Harrisburg, Pensacola, that is what we're on. That is Manitowoc. This is their official list. You guys can go right to the Manitowoc website. You can go right to the Manitowoc website, go to training, and then you'll see where all the free online training is located, where the hands-on classes are in Wisconsin, and in the regional classes when they're coming to a city near you. That is all listed. Brother Charles, I usually play it fast and loose because my days aren't as scheduled as yours. I try to shoot for the first day, and if my schedule gets crazy, then I just keep pushing it down. I just keep pushing it down the line. But we can shoot for the 27th. We can shoot for the 27th. So if any of you guys are in Houston, I'm gonna be there. Try to be there on the 27th. Because let me go to Hoshizaki. Oh, 1 second. Let me see if I could. Let's see when Hoshizaki in Houston, Hoshizaki and Manitowoc does this, and I don't know why they do this. They will have their classes around the same time in Houston. It's the most annoying thing that they could possibly do. All right, so this is Hoshizaki. Ooh, all right, so let me see if I can make this bigger. Hold on. So this is Hoshizaki Ice Machine Training. And fun fact, Hoshizaki is really focusing on refrigeration. They kind of said, the hell with ice machines. And why does this look like that? Why does it look like that? That's crazy. Once again, this is the 5th. Yeah, oh, damn, they're doing classes now. Oh, damn. Hoshizaki is doing the classes now. So, Brother Charles, wait a minute. Is this right? Oh, that's February. I was about to say, like, what the hell? All right, so they're let me do for the month, because their stuff is crazy. There we go. I was about to say, I'm like, what the hell? Hoshizaki. So this is January, so that's today's date. Coming up, so Brother Frank, this is you. This is you all day. So your stuff for Fort Worth is coming up. So 13th through the 15th. So that's Hoshizaki. Oh, damn. Man, Frank. All the way down to the 20th and the 21st. They want to make sure. All right, so I don't know what the hell Hoshizaki's got going on with class this year. They're doing 5 days, and they got it split between 2 weeks. I don't know what that's all about. I really don't. All right. California, you're up next. You have January 28th and the 29th. So as you can see here, Monterey, California. Let me see if we can pull some of this stuff up. Monterey Pass over there in Monterey Park, California. Only a half a day. I don't know. You're going to have to contact the distributor to see what the cost is. Hoshizaki classes range wildly because my classes are still like, my classes can be as much as like $75. And I've seen other locations have classes as few as little as $35. Let me see if all these are going to be in the same place. Yeah, all your stuff for Dallas is going to be in the same. It's going to be at the same place. So Monterey, and then let me see what Ontario, California is looking like. Oh, yeah. Once again, no price, but it's a half a day class. So I don't think they're going to be introducing anything too special. I can't see it. I can't see them introducing anything special and just having a half a day class. When Hoshizaki does release something different, it's typically like a whole day. All right, let me give you guys a link to where this is. Hold on. All right, so there you go. There's the link, so you could find your own training. But as you can see, this is the training for the. As you can see, this is the training for the month for Hoshizaki. So California, and in Dallas, that's with Hoshizaki. Check with your local distributor. They might have training, and it's just not on the official calendar. You got a chance to see what Manitowoc had. Of course, you always have to register with them in advance. You got to make sure that they're actually going to have space for you. They might not have space for you. And as far as Isomatic goes, Isomatic is going through a lot of changes. Here in Houston, they're changing distributors yet again. And nationwide, they're making changes with distributors as of this month. So that's one of the reasons why, yeah, we have a blank. That is one of the reasons why Isomatic has a blank on their schedule, on their calendar. They went through all the work to introduce this damn calendar, and they've got nothing to put on there. So who knows if they're gonna populate this by the end of the year. The reason for this is they're shifting distribution. They wanted to go with mainly one distributor from C to Shining C. That didn't work out so well for 2025. So 2025 was kind of a train wreck for Isomatic. And then once again, I do not see True doing any other training for the next couple of years, actually. If they even bring training back again. I haven't heard anything from Istro. Nothing from Istro about their stuff. Oh yeah, here they got their labor. They got their labor form. Oh, that's good. So once again, if you look around, if this relates to labor hours, if you want a good guideline as to what you're going to charge customers, if you want to have guidelines, and to be honest with you, most of the times you're actually going to fall short of these guidelines. Like this one for Istro, it says that change a headmaster, you're looking at 6 hours. You might do it in 3. You might do it in 4.5. So if you're gonna quote a customer, you can actually just quote them using these guidelines. And then just tell them, if you finish under, tell them it's a flat rate. Tell them you're doing it at a flat rate based on the manufacturer's guidelines. So you charge based on the 4 to 6 hours it takes to do the job. Electrical components, even if it's a toggle switch, they give you 2 hours. Contactors, 2 hours. So that's very generous. 2 hours. Dispenser motor assembly. I don't know about that. Ice thickness probe, 2 hours. Typically, when you see this, what's included in that 2 hours is for you to run at least a couple of batches. No. The 2026 calendar for Hoshizaki is there. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, wait. So when you go there, Brother Frank, you get to select the dates and the parameters. So you actually go to month, and then you can actually go up or down with the months, and then you'll see all of the 2026 is there. So you see the same thing that I do. Hold on, let me go back real quick. Let me go back. I gotta do this. What did we do? Hoshizaki. So when you go to Hoshizaki, you go to training schedule. There it is right there. You can actually select the dates. See? So I can go up to June. I can go back to 2025. See? And see all the previous classes. And that would help you guys if you're trying to gauge when your class is going to be coming up. That's a good indicator. And like I said, they haven't updated. Only thing they have in their control is when they're doing the virtual training. And then so you can actually go day by day. You can do this according to week, month, year, every 10 weeks. So you can change this however you want to, Brother Frank. Maestro. All right, let me see here. Follett. And Follett, I haven't heard anything about Follett. Ooh, I get to remove this. I haven't heard anything from Follett about. Oh wow, I haven't heard anything from Follett about doing any training for 2026. Anything is possible. We'll check it out. Oh yeah, let me take myself off the screen. All right, let me go to Follett, and like I said, with Follett, I've told you guys this previously. Follett has everything broken down. Everything is they have everything broken down to step-by-step how-tos on Follett. They actually have a book. I don't know if you can call them up and purchase the book. They actually have a book. Everything that's on the book is in PDF form online. Let me see if it's under here, under technical documentation. Yeah, technical documentation and videos. Let's pop it up in just a second. So we'll go to ice and water dispensers, which is a very popular Follett, Brother Charles. You know that one. All right, so we'll go with this one. And we'll go with the countertop. I'll go with the countertop. So here we are in the technical documentation section. You can check the warranty status. So here's the entire book. Let me go with the Symphony Plus. Let's go with View. And so you don't have to print out, but the book is huge. It is a huge book, but it's extremely thorough. It's extremely thorough. And see here, they're talking about, yes. Also, Follett's units are using R290. They just haven't made any noise about it. Yeah. All of the R290, all R290, 290, 290, 290, 290. I'm beginning to think that Follett hasn't had any classes because they don't want to hear the technicians bitch about the fact that they're using R290. So they even tell you right here, this is a very common question that comes into play is what type of plug. So it has to be a 15 amp dedicated circuit. You will have some hooked up to a GFCI, and you'll have customers that'll try to plug other stuff into that same outlet. They'll try to do a slow drip coffee pot plugged into the same outlet, and then they wonder why they have a problem. Tells you all the size of the plumbing that you're supposed to have, but it gets better from here. Ventilation is paramount. 6 inches on the right side, top 12 inches. 12 inches at the top. That's what she said. Do not block the right side, because you're going to go out there and you're going to find it's jammed up against the right side. Yeah, this thing isn't making as much ice as it should be. Oh. Yeah, Brother Charles is right. Brother Charles is right. Follett has the best tech support that you could possibly get. I mean, they don't take anything for granted. They walk you through the whole nine, and they actually whip out the book and they go over everything with you. But if you know you're going out on one of these units, you can go on the Follett site. The entire manual is here. They got everything step by step. The reason why I'm going over clearances is because these things are usually shoved into like a little cubby hole, and it causes them problems. A lot of the problems are alleviated when they have proper ventilation. You just have to show this and send copies of this to everybody involved, and then they will hire their people to go ahead and cut into the cabinetry and do proper ventilation. All right, hold on, let me go in. All right, installation operations, because the other one was the installation guide, my bad. So, because these are actually pretty good manuals that they came up with. Their tech support is so good that they, what the hell? Hold on a second. Their tech support is so good that, especially with all the printed material, they feel like they don't need to do anything else, actually. There we go. Yeah, so this one is more. This one is 60 pages. It's covering everything that the installation guide had and more. So this one is going to tell you how to clean the unit. They tell you how to disassemble it step by step, how everything. And as you see, it looks exactly like a Scotsman or Hoshizaki. You're not really going to produce ice, you know, in a different way other than this. It's just not possible. Oh yeah, here's the guide. This is how much they the frequency that they want the machine cleaned. So see, the condensers, they want that cleaned monthly. So when you go out and you're cleaning the condenser, you got to go out and clean the drain lines, all that fun stuff. The actual ice machine itself, they want you to clean that twice a year, and all that's going to be based on what kind of filtration they got. So all this, at most, they'll let them get away with getting it done every 6 months. They don't want it to go any further than 6 months. So that's in writing. Good sales technique is to take this, like I said, print this out, put this in your sales sheet, give it to the customer, give them your pricing, say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do for you. You got to follow it. Here's what Follett recommends. And the thing about these customers is once you hand them this stuff in writing and it's got the manufacturer's logo on it and everything else, they don't want to take responsibility for any kind of failure because they didn't go according to the factory guidelines, right? So once you give them that and it's got the manufacturer's logo on it and it says, hey, this stuff needs to be cleaned semi-annually, and they only have you do it once a year. Now, when you hit them with that $2,000 bill, they can't say nothing because it's like, hey, you're lucky this thing is even running at all. And most people, they don't want to take the risk that they're going to get written up because their machine isn't done correctly, especially when you get into the schools, hospitals, that type of thing. The churches are going to be a lot more lenient. And then once again, they get into what is covered. So when they want to say, oh, you're charging me a lot of money. Well, hey, the sanitary gloves, those are disposable. We're charging you for those. We use our safety glasses. We use those disposable ones, cloth sheets. Clean cloth. We only use clean disposable ones. So you charge them for all that kind of stuff. They want us to use the sanding sponge, and those you got to throw those away typically. Plus, they're cleaner. So they tell you what cleaner to use. And once again, the Calgon, you can use that. And they give you the part numbers. They give you everything they need. They tell you how to do it. They also have videos on how to do it. Here's how to, step by step, they tell you how to take apart everything. They tell you everything. No one else is doing this. There's also a video that covers the same thing. They also were doing a monthly webinar where you actually get to speak with the trainer. They go through the same, you think it's a recorded video, but it's actually a trainer going through the stuff like a robot, like AI. And then at the end, he talks to people. So like I said, after 10 minutes, dispense the ice, blah, 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 how to use the safe clean, everything is there. Even cleaning the panels. So once again, you could use this in your marketing material. Oh, what are you guys going to do when you come out here? Well, this is what we're going to do. This is what you're paying the money for. This is what you're paying the money for. This is what we're doing. And then they have the labor rate and everything else. The labor guide and everything else like that. Harvesting. So here's everything that's included. Of course, they go over the whole cycle. All of this stuff is here. This is with Follett. If you guys didn't know, every now and then you might see a Follett at your Sam's Club, your Costco. But primarily you're going to see your Folletts at your medical facilities, whether it's a dental office, a hospital emergency room, a clinic. They're the ones they use Follett because Follett has the best ranking as far as antibacterial. So they got they use this Aegon infused tubing, and it prevents mold buildup and all that kind of stuff. But here's the whole cycle. They have everything laid out, how you fill it into the cleaning cup, the whole nine. Now this you might not want to give to the customer, but the other stuff. And they tell you how to put the sponges through there, the whole nine, the pins to clean. That tells the machine, see, it's just like a Scotsman. See that, Brother Charles? There's the pins going into the water. That's how it tells the machine if it's low on water, if it has no water, if it's dirty. When that clean light comes on, that's because there's buildup on these pins. and they're not pins, they're the same rods, the same shards of stainless steel, like on Scotsman, and they stick through, you know, into the holder. But those you actually want to take those out and clean it. They make it very easy for you to get to it. You'll be able to see it real easily, and they have a breakdown. Every Follett has, you know, this is their display, and they tell you the lights. Now, I'm not going to tell you the Follett is some robust ice machine. I tend to think that it's a little bit more on the delicate side, a little more robust than the Manitowoc, but not much more. Not much more. Does this thing build up? Oh man, where's the schematics? Everybody gives you the schematics. You know, they have this the cylinder on most of their units is not horizontal. It's at a slight angle to prevent the buildup of scale and calcium. So they do have a system that keeps their machine cleaner than most, but you still have buildup. It's the water. It's the water. It's the water. It's the water. Still got bent thermostat. I don't know what they're doing now. If they've gone with some kind of a infrared or sonar, like some of the other manufacturers. Maybe Brother Charles can attest to it if they're using something different, or if they're using a regular old bin thermostat. I know a lot of that stuff has been federally regulated out of these guys, so they do have to use something different now. But here are all of these things contribute to the sensor lights that you see. That is what you see. See, here's the clean switch. Bin thermostat, so there you go, right there. And then water levels going right there to red, black, orange, yellow. That is your water sensors giving you all that data. And I'm sorry you guys can see the cursor moving. My bad. Oh, reset button. There you go. Oh, what else we got going on? Is that the last? No, that is not the last page. More schematics. You can go over. You can go over all this stuff. Let me give you guys the link to this. Let me back out a little bit. What Follett has, when we go to tech support, technical training, let me give you guys the link. Hold on a second. Let me give you guys the link right here. All right, there's the link. And also, if you guys did want to come up and ask your questions. Uh-oh, my bad. If you did want to come up and ask your questions, the link is pinned to the top. And that's the link to the Follett Ice. Now, let me see if they have any live. That's the webinars. Let's see what they got. They usually will do. There we go. Oh, so we got the 13th. Just what I showed you, that Symphony Plus. I showed you that one because it is a very popular unit. You guys can't see me, but it is an extremely popular unit, that Symphony unit. So you're gonna have, once again, when they have these classes, it is a live instructor going through step by step. You can ask that instructor questions at the end. The training class is not, yeah, it says 75 minutes. So it's, it's not that long. And after it's done, you can ask them questions. Oh, wow, they doubling it up. All right, so, okay, so on the same day, after the first training is done, then, 1 p.m. Eastern time, then they go into the preventative maintenance. So the first half of the class, he's going over, he'll typically go over uncrating the unit, just what I told you guys about ventilation, and then electrical requirements, drainage, incoming water, all that whole nine, and then function and use of it. How much ice is going to make, how much ice you can expect out of that Symphony Plus. And then he'll go into the preventive maintenance. For all you guys that are interested in Follett, that is the one that you want. That one is longer. That's a 90-minute one. But once again, you can ask questions after it's over with. So you're actually able to type in your questions, or you can actually do a voice. You can click the microphone and you can actually talk to them. You won't be able. You can do the microphone. You don't have to be on camera, and then you're gonna ask some questions. And then the next one, like I said, he's gonna go in depth with the electrical system. That's January 15th. And then he gets into the drive system. See, so he goes further in depth. That's January 15th. And then next, well, no, not even next month. He's not going to kick in again until March. So this is something to consider. Follett is going to be January, and then he's not going to do this again until March. He's not going to go in. And then, and then February. All right, so February, that's when we get into the blood bank stuff. So all your blood bank fridges, that is going to be medical grade refrigeration. Let me see when he's gonna. So the Infinity Series upright in the freezers, that is February 12th. Upright install of the freezers. Oh, countertop and under counter refrigerators, those aren't the blood banks typically. The second half of the day for February 10th, those are the blood banks. Would you guys like to see?
This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
Fine, I'll show you the fridges since you guys haven't asked any questions. All right, hold on. Let me go into what else? Refrigerators. Ice machine, healthcare products. There we go. These are the full-size refrigerators. So if you guys wanted to get into the medical stuff, you want to get into the pharmacies, the blood banks, plasma centers, hospitals, veterinarian offices, that kind of stuff, drug stores, so where they have the pharmacy. These are the units. So just so you guys know, yeah, everything is charted. They used to have the spiral graph chart. Now everything is digital. And they go over this on the online, how the Infinity Series works, what to look out for, how to maintain them, how to take care of them. And so this is your blood bank one. Let me see here, a few details. So what they do is they provide curtains of air. It runs along the back, and they go, the curtain of air runs into the shelf. So the blood, the plasma is sitting on the shelf, and then you have air running all around the blood. It's not an IV bag. In the plasma bags. So they make sure that there's an even curtain of air around each and every black bag of plasma. Yeah, but you got to wear PPE. I've never had to wear PPE. To be honest with you, Brother Frank. To be honest with you, I've never had to wear PPE. But that is all going to be specific on the location. Some places you're going to go to, like when I take care of some of these places, I actually work on them at at their warehouse. So they have where they have all their supplies and stuff. So they unplug that unit, they move it out of that sterile room that they're in, and then they bring it over to the warehouse, and they have outlets and everything else for me to work on. It's in the warehouse. I can light a torch. I can do whatever the hell I need to do. I don't have to worry about no damn PPE. Now, if you're going to go diagnose it and they don't want to take it out, maybe you might have to wear PPE, but it all depends on what area it's going to be in. If it's going to be a pharmacy, you're not going to have to wear PPE. I did work in a lab, and I didn't have to wear any PPE. What they had in there was the it wasn't blood. It was the reagents that they stored in these fridges. So I didn't need to wear any PPE, but they would supply the PPE anyway. I mean, a job is a job is a job is a job is a job. I mean, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about no damn PPE shit. The hell, it's PPE. What the hell? But I've never had to. But if I gotta wear a damn, you're gonna be wearing safety glasses any damn way. You're gonna be wearing safety glasses. I mean, for your own safety, shit. I would hope that you would be wearing some gloves and some damn safety glasses. I gotta wear safety glasses because I got my readers in them. Fun fact: Milwaukee now has 2 times magnification now. So they used to have 1.25, 1.75. Now they got 2.0 for safety glasses. Oh, but yeah, it all depends on where you're going, brother. It all depends on where you're going, what you're doing. And I gave you guys the link on this one. Let me see what else. All right, technical training. Let me go back to technical training. And yeah, see, there's still no classes. Still no classes. The on-demand. Oh, and it's all free to get this stuff. Preventative maintenance. Nope. Shit. I don't know. I might have to do a new one. I'll probably have to do a new one. Probably have to do a new one to log in to get the videos. You don't need anything special. It's all automated. You don't have to talk to any people, no human beings, to gain access to it. 1 second. I forgot about my. So yeah, you don't need any anything special to gain access to this. It's rated E for everyone. Come on. All you have to do is sign up. New users, blah blah blah. Complete the form and request your account, and they'll go ahead and set you up. I could probably just say lost and then find mine. Service agents working on fallen equipment. But oh, okay, maybe that's what I was. Maybe that's where I was in the wrong section. I don't log into this stuff, but every other year, to be honest with you, if I log in every other year. So that's the on-demand training. When they do have in-person training, we'll do the symphony. Oh, let's see here. And make this big. 1 second. We'll start this up. As you see, it's all YouTube videos. Nothing is like this stuff is really not behind a firewall. It's just they want you to log in. So you can still get to it.
Today we're going to look at the 425 air-cooled ice maker. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take apart the evaporator. We're going to check out the bearings and see how they are. So what we're going to do first is we want the water to be out of the machine. So we can go ahead and we can press the clean button while the machine is powered up. That will go ahead and open up our purge valve and drain out all the water from the machine. In this case, I've got things disassembled for clarity. But let's go ahead and look at the top bearing on the machine. This is our insulation. Take off the top insulation. The jacket is held on by Velcro. We'll take that off. And we expose our V-band clamps. So we've got a couple little protective caps over the ends. And we're going to take these nuts off of here with a deep wall 7/16 socket. All right, so I've loosened up my V-band clamp. You want to take the screw so it's almost all the way off. You can spread the V-band clamp off, take it off the top of the upper bearing. Something to keep in mind, we have a sticker here that says, hey, make sure that this clamp is tightened to 70 inch-pounds. It's very important that this V-band clamp is tight. As the machine's making ice, it's always pushing up under the underside of the top bearing. By making sure that that V-band clamp is tight, we make sure that the machine doesn't push itself apart. So the top bearing, as we take that out, sometimes this can be stuck on there pretty good. If it has been a long time since you've cleaned the machine, you could have a bunch of scale that's preventing you from getting the top bearing off. What you'd want to do is we have machined in to the bearing this upper flange area, and you can take a punch or drift a screwdriver and tap on the bottom of this all the way around and work this bearing up and off of there. What we don't want you to do, we don't want you to pry in between these two machine surfaces. You could possibly nick the stainless steel, and then we won't sit down correctly all the way. Another cautionary note, if you are having problems getting the upper bearing off, we don't want you to come up with the idea of removing the clamp and then trying to make ice with the machine, okay? We don't want ice pushing this thing out. What happens is underneath here, we have what's called the ice compression loop. The ice compression loop extends into the outlet port of the evaporator. And if you tried making ice without the V-band clamp on the bearing, there's a possibility that the whole auger could come up. You can damage the compression loop. It could score the inside of the evaporator, and that wouldn't be a good thing. So if you do have a stuck bearing on the top, number one, make sure that the machine's at room temperature. When the evaporator is cold, it's going to be squeezing the top of the bearing. So room temperature, and then tap on the upper ring around the perimeter there to work the bearing off. All right, so this is our ice compression loop. As the auger turns and pushes the ice upwards from the evaporator, the ice follows the loop around to where it goes through the exit port and then into our ice compression nozzle. All right, so here's the ice compression loop. It has a couple of small notches that fit into the evaporator outlet port. It is possible to put this in upside down. So it will go in upside down. If you were to do that by mistake, it would start to make ice. The ice would come around, pack up on the inside of that compression loop, and the machine would go off on high amps very quickly. You'll probably only make that mistake once. All right, so here's our auger. The auger is machined out of a single piece of 304 stainless steel. It has some little serrations up at the top here. What those serrations are for is it helps to give the ice a push, to push it out of the evaporator as it's turning around. All right, to check the condition of our top bearing, we're going to want to use the auger to do that. So we're going to put the auger onto the bearing.
The idea.
And we can use the auger to feel the condition. Now, right now,
you guys get the idea. This is all available. There is no firewall. There's no fee. There's no fee to get this information. It is here's the link to it. Follett Ice. It's in the chat. All you got to do is click on it. It takes you right to the Follett training section. You click on it, set up an account. You can actually order parts. There's no fee to be a part of the Follett system, to be able to order parts. Don't wait until you got a damn call and then you're over here scrambling trying to set up an account. Hey, Mike Reed, who do I get parts from? Set up these damn accounts as you come across this stuff. As I tell you about it, set up the damn account. Just call it a day. Please call it a day. All right. This is Cold Draft. Cold Draft is part of Scotsman now. This is the one with the 2-inch cube. They were having training classes. All of that stuff is pretty much gone by the wayside. I can't find anything. Scotsman is kind of a pain when it comes to getting this information. Prying this out of them is a pain in the ass. They have all the error codes on the Scotsman, not the Scotsman, I'm sorry, on the Cold Draft website. This is not for your mom and pop. This is not for your gas stations. This is going to be for Nobu. This is going to be for your steakhouses. This is going to be for high-end sushi, all your Michelin star places and all that kind of stuff. Whiskey bars, they absolutely positively love this machine. And they got to have it. They just gotta have it. What Scotsman has recently done is they have reintroduced some of the oldies but goodies. Let me take that off of there. Brother Charles, you remember this one? Here's the little one. I think they've even gone back to introducing that one that's only 14 inches wide. Let me see here. Ice machines. Yeah, 15 inches wide. 15 inches. So they went back and they started churning out the oldies but the goodies. So this is going to give you a 2-inch cube, and you're going to have whiskey aficionados that have means that are going to want to have this at their home, at their bar, at their man cave, and all that other fun stuff. They have these units. So they only make the square cube. They got the patent on it. That's why people buy, and by people I mean the manufacturers. That's why Scotsman currently owns Cold Draft. Let me see what else they got. So that one was just a 50. This is the bins. Hold on. Yeah, so this is the smallest one, is the 50. So I guess it just makes 50 pounds of ice. 70. Yeah, daily production. In the business, how much ice they make is typically in the name. So daily ice production is 70 pounds. So it's the KB70 because it makes about 70 pounds. They are all same but different. It's stackable. So you got your big boys. The big boys are stackable, such as this one. And this is what it makes up to 500 pounds of ice per day. And like it says here, it says that it is stackable. Does anybody have any questions on what they mean by stackable? Does anybody have any questions on that? Anybody has any questions on air cooled or water cooled? Like I said, it has ore. You're gonna have customers come in. You're not converting an air cooled to water. You're not gonna have one that's water cooled and try to convert it to air. If they want the other type, just tell them you're gonna have to sell them another one. Maybe you'll take that old one and you'll try to sell it for them and split it or whatever, or lease it and pay them a fee. Like, hey, if I can get this machine, I'll give you a couple bucks on it as long as, until I pay you back X amount of dollars on it. That's the best I could do. But yeah, so this, if you want to make 1,500 pounds of ice. So you just stack them. You would stack 3 of them, 3 tall. So 5, 5, and 5. And that's going to give you your 1,500 pounds. I don't know anybody who's been able to use that amount. I see three stacked on top of each other all the time. I've not yet heard them run out. All right, no questions on it. All right, that's cool. Now this one makes 1,000 pounds, and it is stackable. I don't know how tall you can go up with this. So instead of 1,500 pounds, you would be able to get 2,000 pounds because you would be able to stack 2,000 pounders on top of each other. I don't know who the hell has the room, who the hell's got the ceiling height for these things or whatever. Because once you put these damn things on a bin, you need a bin large enough for 2,000 pounds. So to stack up that damn high, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is nuts. Anyway, so this is cool draft. Cold draft. This is a lot of guys salivate over getting a freaking call on one of these. I am not one of them. Hold on, let me go back. As a matter of fact, if you look at the link I'm about to give you guys, the link actually says Scotsman. So this is the link. It's the cold draft is embedded into the Scotsman site, but you can't get to the cold draft through the Scotsman. You actually have to do it. It's just using their server. So they have the parts breakdown. We'll go with the KD50. That's the little guy. Everything is here for the Scotsman. I mean, dang, keep doing that. Everything is here for the cold draft. So they got the whole breakdown. If you're ever wondering, oh man, how am I going to know how to put the damn thing back together? Look, they got it. Save the PDF, do the printout. Look at that. They're using the same damn pump like Hoshizaki. I was just talking with Brother Charles about this freaking pump. It's in the center of the screen right now. I hated that damn thing. A couple years back, they ran out of those pumps, and we had a bunch of these machines that were dead in the water. Bunch of them, because no one else had them. No one else had those pumps. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me go back. Back. Let me go to home. There we go. What I'm trying to do for you, I was trying to get you some other. Here's the diagnostic tools, service, and parts manuals. All going all the way back to the original. You have access to all of that. Troubleshooting guide, there's your diagrams. Now, when you do call for tech support, I think you're gonna get, I don't know. I think you might get Scots. Not too sure. Anybody know? Has anybody called? Because it's kind of a hybrid thing where the people that are sending you out are Scotsmen, but the manufacturing is still in Pennsylvania for this. There's the warranty rebate. There it is. 5 pages. So they're giving you the labor guide. And these, I don't know when these are going to R290. So they give you the labor guide. They give you the labor guide. 1 hour to change a contactor. Water inlet, 1 hour. And this is for the specific ones. These are for, the KD and the large, the GXT 1060. let me see here. What's a common one? Let me give you a common one. Actuator motor is common, so they're only giving you an hour. Where the hell's the damn springs? Fan motor, hot gas cylinder. That's only 1 hour. That's crazy. Oh, the coil, just the coil. Let's see here. What I want is the damn springs. Water plate replacement. Let's see how long. That's an hour and a half. That's not bad. There we go. Cam, pin, spring, or bearing bracket. They're only giving you an hour to change that. And it's going to be two, one on each side. And for those of you that are not familiar with the cold draft, it suspends the evaporator. It shoots the water up into a mold that's at the top, and then the lower arm that's spraying the water up, it's also the slide that when the ice falls off the plate from the top, it hits the slide and it slides on an angle into the bin. And because of all that water that's sitting in the lower section, that before it shoots up, it gets a lot of mold, scale, and everything else, and it becomes too heavy for the springs, and it causes damage. It ends up breaking. And that's when you end up having to do that stuff that they say takes about an hour. Every part of that, the cover for that machine comes off. Problem you have is that they usually push the machine all the way to the back wall, and on the back wall is where you got to gain access to the other set of springs. Like I said, this is something that you could use for to give to your customer for pricing. Say, hey, oh, how much you guys gonna charge? Hey, look, here's our rate. Here's what the manufacturer charges. Blah, this is what they say it should take. If we find it's a hot gas valve body, if it's the body, not the solenoid, it's 3.5 hours. So once again, that is evacuation of the system is included in that 3.5 hours. Yeah, because you're gonna have to vacuum it down. You're gonna have to reclaim the refrigerant and all that other fun stuff. And then you're gonna have to change that solenoid body valve. All right, you guys seem to be interested in that. All right. And then once again, this is pretty much probably going to be around the same 3.5 hours for the TEV head pressure control harvest. Yep, there it is. Same amount of time. 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. So there you go. You got that. So loose, like I said, it's loose guidelines. You have a lot of managers, chefs, and stuff like that. They get kind of squirrely. Oh, how long you think it's going to take? How long? Hey, look, man. This is how long it's going to take to change the actual part. We're going to have to we're going to have to bring in all our equipment. That's an additional hour. All right. So in addition to the 3.5. 30 minutes to bring everything in, 30 minutes to pack everything up, take everything back, blah, blah, blah. Another 15 minutes to write up the invoices, yada, yada, yada. So you give them a rough idea of everything. And you say, typically within that 3.5, it's going to be testing at least one batch of ice in that 3.5 hours. So it helps you out whether you're charging $265 an hour, $285 an hour, whatever the customer agrees to, that's what they agree to. And now you have in writing what the manufacturer says it should, the amount of time it says it should take. So you don't have this back and forth with them. You have something in writing, done and done. So over with. It works out beautiful. All right, let me see here. What else we got? All right, anyway, so I'm done with the cold draft. Hold on, let me get into cool. Damn it! What the hell? Cold pack. Let me get into cold pack. So your walk-in stuff. All of this is going to start coming up pretty soon with the walk-in for the training. Right now, what you have is the videos, RDI cold pack, and there's another name they added to it. What the hell is it? I don't know. It's another name they added to the list now. They have a bunch of videos that give you step by step, and yeah, it's in the service. It's in the self-help. Yeah, it's in the service. Anyway, I went over some of this on my second to last stream. You have everything you need to know about putting the box together. Let me give you the link to that. Once again, this is for walk-ins. There are no shelves. Some of you had called me and say, hey, when the health department says their shelves are rusty, the walk-in is just that. It's a walk-in. It doesn't come with shelves. It's just the walls. It's the walls, and like I said, they're getting the refrigeration from other people. They're getting the hardware from other people. Usually, it's going to be. Damn, I don't have my case on. Let's see here. All right, let me go into, let's see what else Baker's got. Put a shout out in the chat what your market is. If you're Charlotte, if you're Dallas, Vegas, and let's see what we got going on here. Let me see what we got. And then I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I need to go back to damn events. Where the hell did damn events go? Let me go to Baker events. Yeah, they're mainly focusing on Dallas. Yeah, I know where you at, brother. Hold on. Oh, let's see here. Fresno, California. All this the Manitowoc stuff for Alabama. Okay, Manitowoc for Lafayette, Louisiana. Corpus Christi, Horhan, Air Scrubbers, Johnstown, PA. What is this? Yeah, it's Bosch. Bosch on the AC side is doing a lot of stuff. Medea is doing a lot of stuff with their AC training, their air conditioning training. Bosch and Medea, ton of training on that. And Vendor Day, no. Ream, that's for you guys out there in California, for all you AC guys, because I doubt if it's going to be water. Redlands. Side discharge inverters. Okay. So what is that? The split systems? Let me see here. Let's click on register. Let me see what it looks like. Product. Man, why would they show anything? All right, let me go back. All right, let's see what else they got going on. So right now they're primarily focused on ice machine training, as it usually is. It's really big this time of the year. Oh, counter day. Nope. That's what we got going on. All right, let me go to URI. Uh-oh. Now let's see what we got. Oh, Heatcraft. All right, Heatcraft. This is, let me make this bigger for you guys. Troubleshooting. All right. That's at the end of the month. Where's this going to be at? Oh, Clearwater, Florida. So we'll get into it. So this is for your walk-ins. This is Heatcraft. Troubleshooting and installation. See what the 7 hours. Good. Google it, move it. 7 hours. Damn. Woo! All right, they're going over the new A2L stuff, the intelligence system, and then how to wire them up. Oh, 7 hours. How much is this damn thing? January 30th. Let's see. Where's the price? Clearwater, Florida. I don't see a price. Here is the QR code. So if you're in Clearwater, Florida, you're interested in doing work on walk-ins, there you go. There's no price here, but I am 7 hour class. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a damn fee. I'm betting on it that there's going to be a damn fee. Damn. Can't believe they didn't put one there. So if you don't have an account, if you don't have an account with URI, they can be a little weird with you. Oh, good. Here's Scotsman. Orlando, Florida. That already passed. Oh, no, my bad. My bad. That's next month. Next month. Scotsman, Orlando, Florida. Just like if you guys are interested in doing Universal Studios, Power Knot has a job. I don't know if it's still open. The guy was supposed to have somebody set up for today. If not, I guess he probably bought his ticket. He's going to do it himself. Berlin, Maryland. So this is walk-in. Trenton is their house brand for URI. Not bad. 2 hours. I'm putting one in the chat if you guys are at all interested in any of this walk-in stuff, because if not, I'm going to skip over this walk-in stuff. Tools are available. They're going to teach you how to troubleshoot, how to start one up, the whole nine. They're serving breakfast. I don't see a fee involved anywhere. Berlin. So especially these ones that are not charging a fee, hey, if you could spare the time, especially for one that's just 2 hours, this would help you out quite a bit with learning about walk-ins. If you could spare the time, it's time well spent. Learn how these walk-ins operate. The vast majority of time, it is going to be a setting issue. It's going to be some kind of an electrical issue. If it's got if it's got a heater, you're going to have to check that out. It could be defrost. It's not always going to be a refrigeration issue. But if you go to the class, they're going to teach you how to go into the programming and how to do it the way it needs to be done. Most of the issues that a customer has, especially when they first get the system in, within the first 2-3 years, it's usually that the system is not able to defrost properly. They're leaving the doors open. The deliveries are coming in. They're leaving the doors open. The units frost up. It's not a refrigerant issue. It is usually something that you got to make adjustments for. These systems nowadays, you can adjust it for. You can have them do the defrost at particular times to coincide with them opening up this damn door. You know what I'm saying? So if they're leaving that door open, you can go ahead and adjust the defrost accordingly. And the new system is nothing like how the old systems were. That's probably why they're not charging anything for those. All right, so like I said, Scotsman, this is all next month, February. Scotsman in New Jersey. Elmsford, New York. New Calgon. So that's the company that makes a lot of the cleaners for the ice machines. And now the Bosch, this is going to be the AC. This is that Berlin. Let's see what that is. For any of you guys that are interested in AC. 454B refrigerant is what they're using. Oh, and this is what? This is a 2-hour thing. I think this is just a, yeah, 8 to noon. So it's a little more than 2 hours, but 8 to noon. And breakfast is going to be served. So you'd have to ask them if it's going to be before, if it's going to start after 8, or if the breakfast is, you know, included in that. All right, let me see what else we got. So actually, this stuff it should be saved for for later on, because this is all February stuff. But you guys get the idea. This is what's going on, so you don't miss what's coming up. Oh, Manitowoc, all this Manitowoc stuff. A lot of stuff for the East Coast, New York. A lot of Manitowoc classes for New York. All right, so now that's done. Anything in particular you guys want me to cover before we wrap this up? Because we have been on here for 1 hour and 48 minutes. 1 hour and 48. As usual, I want to thank Brother Frank. I want to thank Michael Adams for contributing to the show, and everybody else that's put in on this. Let me see here. Oh, hold on. See what we got here with Zero Zone. Oh, Zero Zone. Support. CO2 training. Certification. This is with Zero Zone. CO2 training is going to be a mix of classroom and then in field. Let's see what we got enrolled today. All right. Oh, damn. It's gone. They're gone already. February's gone. Just like that, it's gone. Just like that, it's there are no seats available. So this tells you, this section over here tells you how many seats are open, and there are no seats open. So so February is already gone. You cannot register for the class. There are no spots available. If you are at all interested in learning how to work on these grocery store refrigeration units, my advice to you is to contact Zero Zone. Shoot them an email so that you can be included, or contacted when the next class is going to be open. I'm surprised they don't have the next date open already, since February is already gone. February is already booked up. They teach you all the parallel racks. They teach you so all of this. You guys have seen Young Buck Refrigeration, and man, I want to say his name, but it's Negro Refrigeration. Young Negro Refrigeration is the name of his channel, and he is still out here working on these rack systems and doing YouTube and Instagram stuff. So if you're looking to go up above currently what I'm involved in, this is how you do it. If you want to go into grocery store to the rack systems. Oh, damn. This is it right here.
This is
The other way is micro. Like I said, the other way is Micromatic. People are still drinking beer. They're still drinking coffee and tea and wine and kombucha. They are consistently having classes in 3 different sections of the country. Damn, man, hold on 1 second. Let me go to education, draft system training. So they're essentially going to teach you similar set of skills. It's not going to be the same, but it's a similar thing. They're also doing CO2. You're going to learn the difference with what their guy is. They're going to be teaching you power packs and things like that. Direct draw, long draw, air cool. It's also $625 for their class. It's also, how many days is it? Yeah, so 20, what is it? Next one is from February 10th through the 12th. And that is the West Coast. And in March, that's when you got Northeast and Central. And so Northeast, that's going to be Central Valley and McChesney Park up there by, I think that's by Rockford. I'm not too sure. Has anybody attended a Micromatic training class? Anybody at all? Hold on 1 second, because I got this damn video. Because y'all gonna make me pull out this damn video. Shoot. You're lucky. You guys are lucky I don't have this damn video out and ready. Damn. You guys are so lucky. Anyway, all right. If anybody has taken it, nobody's stepped up. Your job is not on here looking to see if you watching my damn videos, bro. Trust me. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives. Shit. I had hold on 1 second. I might have it. No, I don't. Shit. I had the from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I got the anybody video. Oh, where the hell I did with it? All right, but anyway, so that's Micromatic. That's going to be coffee, tea, beer, wine. There it is. Damn. Everidge is always looking to add new technicians to their list. They're always looking to add servicers. You see here what do they have here? Hold on 1 second. Now they don't exactly have any training. Oh, I've got some training coming up on hot side too. Yo, hold on. All right, let me do. If any of you all are interested in these type of ovens, the rotary ovens, the so for nothing but cakes and stuff like that. So you have the retarders, the proofers. LBC is getting back to me on their training. They're in California, so of course you got to fly out there. I have another manufacturer in New Jersey. They're doing training. It's supposed to be once a month. They're going to have training on their rack ovens. It's not LBC. It is, shoot. It's another brand. But as soon as they give me the schedule, I'm waiting on quite a few people to give me the schedule. Yo, brother Frank, thank you so much. I'm waiting on quite a few people to give me their schedule. So as soon as they give me the schedule on that, I'll give you guys an update. And it's all in line with these. So these are the type of ovens that your grocery stores and different larger operations use. They use these ovens like from MyVay, things like that. You're typically not going to see these from the outside. You would have to be invited in, and these large industrial production locations are using them. Now, MyVay does have some. They do have some smaller ovens. In-store baking shop. There we go. So they do have smaller ones. People use these to make pizzas and things like that. So they have a wide assortment of ovens. So MyVay is one of them. Let me know if you guys are interested in this. This one is primarily going to be a one-on-one hands-on training in your market. So let me know when you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, when you guys have time for this. I have to email. They only have one guy. They only have one guy, and he has to, I think he's in New Jersey, and he'll set you up when he has a call in your part of the country. So if he's got a call in your market, he's going to let you know, tell you when he's coming out, and then he's going to train you on the product. I think his name is Mike as well. He's going to train you on the product. This way, he doesn't have to come out because he's a factory guy. So if he can get somebody else to go ahead and work on the product, it'll be COD, of course. But if he can get somebody else to work on the product, then that frees him up. So he doesn't have to work on the product. He doesn't have to fly out and go work on it. That would be your customer for you to take care of. And like I said, it's a German company. They have many different, it's their combi oven, many different ovens. Oh, you know, and I got another one. All right, Jake. Yeah, hit me up on Instagram or hit me up on email and let me know, because you're in California, right, Jake? And then I'll give you his information, because he's a busy guy, and it's just him. And so when he does have an issue, wherever it is in Canada, Mexico, United States, he's the one that has to fly out there, and he's the one that has to fix the unit. All right, so this is MyVay. I'll give you guys the link to MyVay. Oh, good. You're closer. All right, cool. Yeah, these are going to be in bakeries, universities, places like Panera. So Panera, at one point in time, they were using this. They were using Polish. Let me show you Polish. Bakery ovens. There you go. Polish bread ovens. Poland. My bad. So this is one that so MyVay was in some. I'm not going to make it seem like that they were in like 100, 500, 400. They were in a few Paneras. I don't know if they were test ovens, and they're in a chain here in Houston. that is a French country bakery cafe that has a lot of locations. Myve is in those, and this is Poland, Polish, whatever the hell. So these are, I believe, these are still in. This is one of the few ovens that are still in Panera's. Yeah, I know it says Italy, but they have an arm here. I can find out about these. If you guys are interested in these type of ovens, you guys just got to let me know what you're into, and I can talk to these people. But I'm working on these ovens. I'm working on these ovens, getting you guys this training. Currently, I've got one set up for New Jersey. They're out of New Jersey, and they just haven't given me the schedule yet. But as you can see, these guys do training. That's like the sales training. But let me see here. Yeah, there's their biscuits. There's their pastry. The other one I can't think of the name of it. They're actually the originator of the oven that brings frozen croissants to fully baked croissants without defrosting them. So you actually put the frozen croissant into the oven, and it actually comes out like it's fresh baked. That's their claim to fame. Maintenance and support. So I'll talk to Paul. So Poland, whatever the hell their name is, they have a lot of issues with the stones. Let me see if I can find some of theirs: machines, refrigerators, ovens, bread ovens, the rack, the electric, steam tube. Let me see if it's going to be electric. So anyway, they have, especially the ones that were in Panera, they used stones, and the stones would crack. It's probably going to be in Italian or something. Triple zone, blah blah blah. This is all. This is where you start to teeter-totter and get out of the commercial into light industrial. You start to get into light industrial with this kind of stuff. So I know about them. Do I work on them like that? I don't work on them like that. You will never be able to call me for tech support on this kind of stuff because I'm not the one. I'm not the one for that. I am not the one. Do not get on the phone calling me because I am not going to be able to help you. So don't even think about it. Don't even, just take that right out your mind. Anyway, so you got these Paulin LBC. Shoot. Damn, I keep pulling a blank on this other stuff. Anyway, and in dishwashers. Dishwashers. You got we're gonna have a lot of dishwasher training coming up. Where is it? What the hell did they do? What the hell did they do? They redid. Okay, there it is. Service training schedule. So this is champion. February. So next month. You're gonna have in California, Huntington Beach. So this is for champion. You got to make sure you let these guys know well ahead of time because their own technicians, industrial electrical parts and service, is going to have their own technicians in that class. It's primarily for them. So you have to contact them well enough time to see if they'll even allow you to attend the class. Like I said, this is champion. I got and Singer coming up. When everybody comes back from vacation, I'm going to start to get the update, the latest and greatest on the training schedule for 2026. So hold on, it's coming. And with that, I'm going to wrap this thing up. We're at the 2-hour mark. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I wish you all best of luck on for 2026. This is going to be a year full of training, a lot of refresh has happened with the equipment, so that means a lot of new training. And with that, and Brother Frank, thank you again for contributing to the channel. If any of you would like to contribute to the channel, the information is scrolled across the bottom, and on your cell phone, it's at the top. That's what keeps this thing going. And with that,
in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
Let's talk about something important. Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. I got your attention now? Good. A, B, C. A always B, B, C closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes. Be high on hopes. Gentlemen.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.